Hello everyone. So today in this video I'll talk about how I automate Premiere Pro, how I automate some commands in Premiere Pro to make the video editing process easier for me. Basically I use a software that is called Autohotkey. I will link the software in the description box, and also I have to use some codes. I will share the GitHub uh, repository of the code in the Slack channel of this course. You don't need to learn to code actually to do what I do. You can just use my codes, but the purpose of this video is you have to learn the basics, the ins and outs of the code, so that if anything happens you can fix them. This is not like a software that is very much stable. It can do some problems sometimes, but if you can manage that, if you can learn how to use this software, how to automate your commands, this is actually worth it. This will reduce your editing time in almost, I can say, almost half. So yeah, pardon me for my hair, they're very messy today, but yeah, let's jump into the video and I will share with you the software, the process, I write those codes and everything. Alright, let's go to the video. I'm in my PC right now. So basically what you have to do is you have to go to Google and search for this software, Autohotkey. This is a very small software. Just have to download it from the website. And then you have to install it. You can just double click and install the software. I'm not going to be install the software again because I already have the software installed in my PC. All right, once you have done installing the software, then you can just go ahead and write some codes. How you can do that? You just have to right click, new, and here you can see Autohotkey script. Just have to select that, just name, I will name this as test. Okay, all right, where did that go? Okay, actually I have installed a software for organizing my desktop. It's currently messing with my files. Let's open a folder here and let's create a new Autohotkey file. I'll name this file as test. You can see Autohotkey files are, the extension of these files are .ahk. Alright, so this is the file here, and then what you need to do is edit with Notepad++ or yeah, you can edit that with Notepad++. For that you need to download another software called Notepad++. Alright, so this is the Autohotkey file. You can see there are already some lines of codes there. You can delete them or you can keep them. That's they will create no issues for you. Alright, then here you need to create your codes. Okay, and then just save the file, and then you just have to double click the file to run that file. Alright, I will not be going to code here. What I want to do is I want to show you how this software helps me to automate some things. Okay, let's say I am in a project. I'm editing a video in Premiere Pro. Alright, let's say I want to use an image here. So I will open a browser. I will search for the image. Let's say I want to use Premiere Pro, an image of a editing or image of Premiere Pro. So I'll go to image. Let's say I want to use this image from Google in my project file. So please make sure to be attentive. See what I do. I just click here. I want to save image as. Let's say I want to keep it in the download folder and select save. I go to Premiere Pro, double click here, and in the download folder select the image, drag and drop the image. Okay, so what I have done here is the standard process of downloading and importing an image file in Premiere Pro. Okay, now I want to show you how I can automate this whole process in just one keyboard key command. All right, this may sound amazing to you, and it is amazing. Okay, so let's go to the browser again. Let's say I want to show this image afterwards. I have opened the image. I will press one key here, or a set of key that I have already coded by Autohotkey. So the set of key is Control Alt Shift S. So okay, let me hit the command Control Shift S. See, what I have done here is I have just pressed one command, and that have done all the work for me. It downloaded the image, it opened Premiere Pro, it imported the image, and it put the image in the sequence. This is the image right here. All right, so I think I have described, or now I think I have your attention. So actually what you can do with this software is limitless. You can do absolutely everything, but I don't want you to get deeper in this because you know the rabbit hole goes indefinitely and you can waste a lot of time here. So you just have to create a few commands that you do all the time, and that will make your work I think 50% less time consuming. All right, let's show you my commands that I use. These are my Autohotkey files. You can see 1, 2, and 3. One file is Premiere, another is for browsing, another is for Audition. All right, let's show you some of my commands that I use. I will also make sure that you can get those files. To add these files in the Slack channel, make sure to download them, work with them, do a little bit of tweak here and there. All right, and check what you can do with them. Let me open my browsing and others. I want to show you the command that I have just used, the code of that command. So edit this script. If I don't get worried to see all these commands, I actually haven't wrote all of these commands that you see here. I wrote a very few line of commands, but I tried to understand how it works, And one other guy you can follow is from whom I learned a lot of this stuff. His name is Taran. Let me show his YouTube channel. You just have to type Taran Autohotkey. Taran Van Hammer. This is the guy. He actually works for a famous YouTuber called Linus Tech Tips. He works for this YouTube channel, and he actually does most of this stuff that you are seeing here. All right. So this is the code here that I have used to automate the process of downloading and importing and putting a file on the timeline. All right, I want to break down a little bit here. This sign here that I have selected, this is used to indicate that this line is not a command. This is the actual beginning or end of the command. So when this is in front of any line of code, it indicates that this line of code is not actually a code, or it is not actually being used as a code, or it may be used to show the beginning or ending of a chunk of code. All right, the second line that you are seeing here, if win active ahk underscore class Mozilla window class. This line actually indicates that if Mozilla Firefox is active as a window or as a tab, if any other browser or if any other thing is active in your computer at that time, then this code will not work. This code will only work if Mozilla Firefox is active. All right, so where do I find this ahk underscore class Mozilla window class? So you will find that here. You have to search for window class or ahk. I actually forgot. There is a very simple app for finding that. All right, I will share that with you in the Slack channel, where you can find that. But just know that if you want to create a code that only be used in a certain window or certain software, you have to use a code like this, if win active, and then you have to use something like this. It will differ from software to software. All right, the next line you can see is, here are some signs. So this sign indicates to control. The next sign, this indicates to ultra. For this in Autohotkey software, these signs indicate these keys. So you have to memorize, at least memorize these things. The plus sign indicates shift. So here you can see Control Ultra Shift then S. All right. The next colon or semicolon, double semicolon, this used when you want to create a set of key commands which do something. So Control Ultra Shift S does the rest of these commands. So yeah. All right, let's move on to the next thing. The next line is block input on. What does it do? This actually blocks your mouse movement, so that when you press those commands, you don't accidentally do anything. All right. Okay, the next line you can see mouse click right, then here are a few coordinates, two coordinates. One is for x coordinate, one is for y coordinate. And be very attentive here, you need to change these two coordinate depending on your monitor settings or depending on your monitor size. So this will not work in every monitor or in every setup. This works for me, but it may not work for you. You can see I have two computers that I use. So for my small HP monitor, the command is this, and for my big 21-inch monitor, the command is this. All right. So you have to try and test this command by yourself to check what works for you. The next line is sleep 80. Sleep 80 actually what it does is it gives some time, 80 millisecond time to the computer between this command and the next command. All right. The next command is mouse move. What is this? So let me open this. The first command is mouse click right 1565 to 40. That means somewhere in here the mouse move to 1565 to 40 coordinate and the mouse will click right button. So this will do. The mouse will do this. The next command is mouse click left. So mouse will click on the left button, then it will sleep for 800 millisecond. All right, and then the rest of the command you can see this is Control C, then it will send enter, then it will switch to the software Premiere Pro, then it will send the command Control Alt Shift 1. Now here is a very important thing to do. You have to set in your Premiere Pro Control Alt Shift 1 to open or select the project panel. Let's see that timeline panel is now selected. I press Control Alt Shift 1. You can see the project panel is now selected. So where do you do that? You go to Edit, you go to Preference, you go to Keyboard Shortcuts, and here Control Alt Shift 1. You can see this is Projects, Application Projects, Application Window Projects. So here what you should do is Application Window, or just type projects. Here it is, Window Projects, Control Shift 1. You need to select this shortcut, the project opening, selecting the project panel shortcut, this, or whatever the shortcut here is in your computer, you need to paste it in here. All right. Okay. Let's move on. Then you need to sleep for 200 millisecond, then Control B, same again, search, Control B. Here you can see select find box. So you need to do this, select find box, Control B. You need to add Control B command for select find box. Otherwise, whatever the command you will find here, you need to edit this command and enter it here. All right. and then control I don't think it is changed. Control I is for import, and then control V. This command you will also change that in Premiere, or you need to do that. This command is actually, let's see, this is overwrite. This is overwrite. So for overwrite, you need to either add this shortcut, or whatever the shortcut you find here, you need to add it in your code. All right, then the code is finished here. You should not worry about the code. I will send you the code. However, you need to change the keyboard shortcuts of Premiere Pro in your software so that my code works for you. All right. So yeah, this is it. I will share just only this code with you so that you don't mess around with all the codes here. The task for all of you guys is you need to create an Autohotkey file with this code, match it with your Premiere Pro software shortcuts, and send me a video of if your code is working, or if your code is not working, then you also should send me a video so that I can troubleshoot that for you. All right, be active on the Slack channel, guys. This is it. I will see you one by one. I will see one by one of your works, and I will sort out problems of you. But you need to show me that you are working with what I'm sending you to work. All right, so I'm ending this class here. See you in the next class. Thank you. Bye bye.